Hello Seven Wonders, happy Friday or Thursday. This week's theme is nostalgia and I'm feeling very nostalgic. I've just been looking through a big massive box we have of photographs and getting feels. First up, since it is the 4th or 5th of December, I just thought I would start with some Christmas photos. There's me dressed as Santa. I miss the childish sort of excitement of Christmas and being excited and getting presents and writing lists to Santa. I also miss the days when it was perfectly acceptable to wander about in my Uncle Freddy's shoes without trousers on. I remember this was one of my Christmas presents and this was from Dad. We're going to learn how to ride my bike in the field that I'm directly staring at. This is my dog and she was my favourite present that I ever got as a child. Where's she Tink? Her name is Tink, as in Tinkerbell, because I was obsessed with Peter Pan and the name didn't really stick. She was like really small. What do you think? You're like a bag of elbows! Oh! Gonna say hello? I miss having the confidence that I had to star in different pantomimes and school plays. Me as an angel when I was a child. That was probably the biggest role I ever got in the nativity play. I was a strange child. I was like a hipster child, or I don't know, non-conformist. At Halloween I didn't like to dress up as a witch because I thought, oh, everyone's going to be a witch. I want to be something a bit different. So my mum went to great lengths to help me with trying to look interestingly different. This was one year when she actually made my costume. This was me dressed as Thumbelina one year, I think. This is me and my friend Chelsea at the age of 7 or 8. And I think that was around the time that she broke my arm, which is a tale for other times. I miss the days when it was perfectly acceptable to paint your face like a butterfly. I also miss the days whenever it was normal to look like this on some mornings. I remember me and Chelsea being, I don't know how old we were, but I remember I had homework and I never wanted to do my homework. I hated homework, and of all homework I hated maths the most, and I'm pretty sure it was maths. And so we built a barricade against my door with all these teddies and blankets, and it was like absolutely filled. I remember spending ages on it, and it was all me. She kind of was helping me along. She didn't really have a reason to lock herself into my room. And I remember by the time we were finished, we actually were like lying against it and we fell asleep. I think I did my homework that night, so yay, it worked anyway. Look at how 90s my Barbie looks. I spent hours of my time investing in these epic adventures between my Barbies, and every day would be a new chronicle. And I think I was definitely a storyteller of the time. If you put any inanimate object in front of me during childhood, they had a backstory, and I made them a person, and I gave them this whole life, and I would make them characters, and I would make them talk to one another, no matter what it was. And I think that just kind of shows I was meant to be a writer, maybe, I don't know. And then I liked to think of myself as a creative person. Notice the masterpieces on the wall behind me. My favourite was always Beauty and the Beast, I'm pretty sure, but also I thought I was Ariel because we shared similar hair colours, except for that mine isn't like a fire truck. Whenever I was away in America one year, I came back and my mum had painted our bathroom to look like this, and yes, that is my cousin and my friend. The first time that my brother actually came into this room, which I am currently sitting in, and I just remember how like big a deal that was. And I also remember, and maybe it's just because it was so exciting because I barely ever saw him, but I just remember my friend Chelsea turning to him and being like, do you want to lift up to the bunk bed? And because he was American, he didn't understand at all what we were saying, I don't think. And he just turned around her and goes, no, I'm a lion. Rawr! Alike. I rarely ever see that. We actually do look quite alike. That was my Holy Communion. Despite the fact I'm not religious anymore, I still cherish that day very much. And I remember getting enough money, I had, I think, maybe £80 in presents and stuff, and so I bought myself a swing set and it was really cool, and I wish I had pictures of it but I can't find any. And finally I am going to show you one last picture. This was me in primary 7, so I was maybe 10, 9 or 10, and I really like this picture, and it makes me think at the time I was getting a little more shy. I think I was probably the only person in my class who didn't take this prestigious test called the 11+, which sort of decides if you go into a grammar school, a really smart school, or you go to a high school like everyone else. I didn't take that, and I think I might have been the only one in the class not to, and there was quite a small class, but sort of being behind everyone else, I just sat in the back of the class for pretty much a year reading Roald Dahl books and Judy Blume and writing stories and doodling, and I think that was more beneficial to my chosen career than anything else was. But at the same time, I think I felt a bit stupid and I sort of lacked confidence then to fall back. And yes, I do consider myself to be socially anxious and awkward, but that's just always been a part of me. What we learned here is that I haven't really progressed much in terms of my fears, anxieties and hopes and dreams. I'm pretty much the same person. Can't wait to see everyone else's nostalgic videos, and I will see you next week. Again, you will see me next week. Bye! Also, Roisin is going to hate me, but I found this picture of her in a bathtub. She's so cute!